doing bits for the gram. I drift for the Tumblr reblogs.
I literally only do drifting to get a cool photo of me at each event. If I get one photo, I park up and I go home.
I drift for people to talk about me. I need to be relevant.
I wish I was relevant. I miss the views.
You just need... Hey!
No,
Maybe-
go away. You're not allowed in here.
Jamie is outside.
Oh, Jamie's allowed in.
You're a dick.
It's not being picked up on
you
the thing.
take dick. Strap it
Pull
down.
the ting.
Oh my god, you're so strong. Take my strong hand.
I want Dan to narrate my life as I just walk through it doing shit. Meme review. Yes, I stole your thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get Yao put on a t-shirt in your colours with your little finger thing. By the way,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. I think so.
You gotta wear sunglasses for these sort of things, by the way.
Go get my sunglasses.
If you ever see any interview, if Alex does any interview ever, he's wearing sunglasses.
Are we live now? Like, is this going in the poddy?
I don't really know. Probably.
Are we live now?
This is an
Alex?
intro. This
Alex
is how we introduce things.
Alex, are we live now?
Super live.
Okay, I won't say what I was about to
Facebook
say.
live. Instagram TV live. Nobody yeah, and then we're... No.
Should I do one now?
No.
Then it'll be like,
Why is Adam there? He's a cop.
He drives
He's shit on
Hondas.
YouTube. He's shit on YouTube.
He
Hey,
slagged that Garage 21 guy off.
hey. Right.
I
so
paid for the right.
Can everyone hear each other?
Yeah.
I can hear you good. And I
Yeah.
hear Dan good.
Right. Okay. So in a second we'll do a
Potato.
Meme review.
a fucking clap, and is there anything else? Do we know what we're starting with?
I'll give you. I've put it all in a group on Facey.
Should we? No, we'll just do a talk at first. We'll do a talk at first. Not yet. I'm gonna wait.
Do it now.
No, well, not yet. We'll when we do an official start.
Right. So we're starting with Rockingham's demise.
Rocking with his
sad.
dad.
It's starting on a sad note.
Yeah.
Start sad.
Well, I'll start talking about the podcast.
It's sad
first of
for
all.
me. It's the localest track to me. For like 6 hours.
Just go Poland.
See that? Yeah, you can see that. Right, hi, and welcome to the Low Origin podcast.
Woo!
Hi.
Hey.
Saul, Alex, Dan,
Hey.
and Adam Ivell
I'm a
off of stuff.
I'm a
Off of Yao.
special guest.
Special guest.
Special being bold.
So for years we did, I say for years, for like 2-3 years. 2-3 years we did
like-
STO podcasts, and we...
Collectively for 4 hours we did STL podcast. That's it.
Yeah, and I think Ali's busy today, isn't he?
Yes.
So we're just going to do a podcast and hope that it goes okay, and hope that we've set up all this shit all right.
I'm
and
the
that we can...
I'm the replacement Ali. I've just realised.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
exactly what...
Hondas
Well, no,
to drifting.
Dan's never been on the podcast.
I've never been
Oh.
here.
No.
No.
But you're
he's-
part of the team.
He's team.
I'm an outcast.
He's the eye in team.
I'm the eye.
He's the eye in team.
I'm literally here to weld up a plate.
Don't
Do you want me to
say
do it?
that.
I
That's
can weld
terrible.
now.
What? I mean, that's not why you've had Dan come all the way down here, is
Saul
it?
needs a hydro.
No, you know, definitely to be on the podcast.
Jesus H. Christ. So yeah, anyway, we're potentially going to start doing these on a regular basis, but, probably not.
Adam's gonna hate us. 'cause
probably
he has to
ever.
travel all this way.
Yeah. No, we did like one a year at one point, didn't we? So it'd be nice to do more than one a year. But yeah, anyway, so special guest, Adam Ivell, off of the internets.
Off of the YouTube. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, we'll try and get him on the next one. And if you could like and subscribe to everything he's ever done.
Press that motherfucking bell button.
Yeah, smash that fucking yo.
On the
That yo
opportunity
button.
that is probably the realest one that you have no idea who I am. I'm the one that Alex takes the piss out of.
I've never taken the. It's not. It's like
It's become
it's endearing.
people
It's-
taking the piss out of me.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I'm
it's
fine
fine.
with it. Like, it doesn't bother me. Only when like 2 people do it that I dislike. I'm like, nah, I'm not in for this.
Goddamn internet bully.
Yeah, I did feel slightly bad.
Started a
when we-
tirade of abuse at me every time I do
Amazingly,
anything.
we have actually had the conversation of have we taken it too far?
Yeah.
Is it
Oh,
now
no, I don't
too
give a
much?
We
I don't care.
did kind of feel like we did take it.
Is this
too
why
far.
you worked on my car for me?
Yes, definitely.
Out
I
of
felt bad.
guilt.
Jesus
Christ.
It works now though, so thank you. I'm
It's
forever
okay.
grateful.
It's all right.
Yeah, so let's talk about like that little bit there. You've got an S15 with an SR20 debt in it.
It's a S14 one.
What?
S14 engine.
Oh, is it? It's an S14.
Yeah.
Yeah,
engine?
yeah.
Well, you learn
It's a
something new every day.
F.
I
Yo.
think
F.
it was built by a blind Japanese man in a shed. It has been the worst thing I've ever purchased in my entire life. I mean, it looks wonderful. Don't get me wrong, but
I mean, I've seen that Saxo that you got rid of.
that
the other day.
Saxo is a more honest car than that Nissan was. I'm
Shout
being
out,
straight
shout
out.
out. I'd rather have AIDS than own a Saxo.
I think that's
But-
just an admission by Saul. But
And I'm not
there was also
giving
a
I'm not
page.
giving the guy that I bought it off any grief. Or it is if you just follow it back from to wherever it was put together in Japan.
Just a bag
There
of
are
dicks.
bad garages in Japan as well. I
Yeah.
think that's what has come to. But
It works now.
it works
so-
now. Martin Batty, shout out.
Yeah.
Low Origin Dan, shout out.
Hey,
And now he's going to be ripping at Rockingham, hopefully.
crashing
And,
at Rockingham.
And
I'm actually
R.I.P.
think
Rockingham.
I think that's how it's going to go. I think the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
time my
Yeah,
car
yeah.
probably works, I'm going to send it into a wall.
Yeah,
so-
yeah, yeah.
Brilliant.
I done that. 3 laps out with Alex last time, just crashed.
Wonderful. And yeah, it's rest in peace, Rockingham, innit? I'm the saddest.
Yeah, it's a shame. I mean,
Closest to you, innit? It's proper close.
It's so close compared to everyone. I mean, it's still 2 and a bit hours, but like
Ugh.
compared
2
to
and a bit
like
hours?
2 and a bit hours for me, yeah.
it's 2 and a bit hours for us.
Yeah, but you've also got every other track
Yeah,
within a
that's true.
vicinity here.
Yeah,
It's
it,
like
ta-
3
it takes me
seconds for Dan.
yeah like 40 minutes
Yeah.
on a slow day.
Slow days.
When there's traffic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Jesus Christ. Well, yeah, on that. So, Rockingham.
Rip.
What a fucking shame. What an absolute shame.
I'm
How long have we-
legit.
How long have we
gutted.
been going there for?
I think Sweep set it up like 2
3.
years ago, maybe.
No, I think
2 years
it's
ago.
longer, maybe.
My first drift day was. The fuck? My phone's on emergency mode. Shit. Sorry. My first one there was literally a week after I bought the S15, and that was in like May of last year, I think.
All right, okay. So
And
yeah.
it was like super. Oh no, I did Matsuri in my BMW.
Right, yeah.
That was
It's
rad.
been going a while, and Sweeps has done a fantastic job running it. Top work, Sweeps.
Good one.
Thank
Sweeps.
you.
I think it's testament to how many people are actually gutted that it's clothing.
Oh,
But
God,
and then
yeah.
it's with him. Like when I spoke to him, I was like, "Well, where are we going to do it next?"
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
it wasn't even like, "Okay, I'm sad we can't do it here," but like, please don't stop your event.
He's
Yeah.
got to
Because-
go somewhere because he's got the academy thing now with Matt Denon.
Oh,
so
okay. Is that the
it's
RDX?
got to go
Is that what it's
somewhere.
called?
Yeah,
Something like
it's
that?
got to.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Well, that's good news because it is a great event, and the fact that he goes specifically out of his way to create like the outer paddock day, the Mayhan style days, the
Matsuris.
Matsuris. It's a really it just
Just
Well,
works.
you can-
And there's
Yeah.
always a
Good.
fresh layout as well on the
Yeah.
outer paddock. Like he always
good.
changes it. I just
Yeah,
really
exactly.
appreciate like the community side of everything
yeah.
there.
It's like every time you go, it is something new. Even the Mayhan layout changes
Good
from time
fucking
to
Yeah,
time.
it gets realer and realer each
It
time,
does,
which
exactly
is
that,
more
yeah.
and more terrifying
It is
for someone
quite
like me
cool.
that's an absolute wimp.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you're adding more walls. Okay, cool.
I was
Oh,
a
you're going to
big
make us go
shitbag last
faster.
time.
Yeah,
Cool,
I've got to go
thank
even
you.
faster at a concrete wall in my car that's just been fixed. Okay, yeah, sure, let's do it.
Then you've just got like Fraser swinging a towel at the wall.
Come in,
Happy
die.
birthday, Fraser.
Yeah, yeah.
Happy
Oh, yeah,
birthday.
happy birthday.
We,
I
we've
haven't
just
actually
dated when we
messaged
did
him.
this. Yeah.
Shit.
Happy birthday and shit. But yeah, it's real sad about Rockingham. It would be nice if we could keep going there. It was sort of the historical home for where I would say Japanese drifting stepped into the UK. Well, for me anyway. I know
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
for people like not Sweeps, Steele, Matthew Steele. What's his fucking name?
Mito.
Mito. Well, how could I forget that?
In Japan.
In Japan, Mito.
In
No,
Japan.
And I think what was it, 2005
I feel
for
like I
Top
want a
Gear?
cigarette.
Yeah.
I've got the
do miss smoking.
DVD
In Japan.
Was
of
that-
their, I think it was 2005 or 2006.
Yeah.
I found it when I was out in Japan,
Oh really?
In Japan?
for like 25p.
Oh,
And it
wow,
was still
nice.
wrapped, and I was like,
That'll
I'm
do.
buying that.
No way.
So yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, yeah. So it was the real like the first time I ever saw anything serious drifting wise that wasn't just somebody on a roundabout having a wicked time.
The best.
And I think
I've
you-
had
you-
terrible times on
Did you
roundabouts.
go to that?
I
So
was
have I.
there. Yeah, I was.
I met Alex by crashing
14.
in a roundabout.
You
I
were
was-
14.
I was 14 and I went to it. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So that was
2000.
a long fucking time ago.
I was 14. I loved drifting back then.
Oh, Early days.
I still remember meeting you guys with ripping a wheel off my car. I'm like, hi.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can't really talk about
No,
that.
we
Well,
can't.
maybe we could pretend it happened on a track.
Yeah.
It happened on a
happened
track.
on a track.
Oh, it happened on a track, yeah.
It was a track.
It was a magical track.
Magical.
Magic track.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
wanna go
definitely
to this
was
track.
Not on the road.
No.
Ever.
People who do that are just crazy.
Yeah. Animals.
But yeah, that was funny. Yeah, so Christmas 2012.
12 or 13, maybe?
Yeah.
You just arrived at a track.
At the track. Went to briefing.
And you just fucking hit this roundabout at like 100 miles an hour and your wheel
Hairpin.
fell off.
Hairpin.
Sorry,
Hairpin.
hairpin. Yeah.
I mean,
On a track.
straight out the briefing, straight into mayhem.
Yeah. That was it. Yeah, on a truck. And look, there's that.
There
There's
is
that
that
wheel.
wheel, yeah.
There's that
Is
wheel still,
is that
Saul.
the wheel, is it?
That is
yeah.
the wheel.
That is beautiful.
It's
I
in-
bent
it's
the
in-
shit out of
It's
it.
in good condition, interestingly.
It's had about half a reel's worth of TIG. No, not half a reel. What's the rod?
Half a rod,
Yeah, I was going to say
Half a
rod,
length.
but it's not a MIG. It's
half
the other
some
one.
length.
Yeah, I had a packet of rods to go into it to weld it.
And it's
Really?
still bent.
Yeah.
Well,
Still
I
bent.
mean, it's not on a fucking car, which is the absolute travesty. And interestingly, as we were talking about Mito before, those used to be his wheels. I know.
Yeah.
Were they?
Yeah, they were, yeah.
they were.
On the S15 in the
On the
back.
S15
Yeah.
at well, it was gold, wasn't it? And that was
Driftworks,
Driftworks.
Outsiders, and he
Outsiders,
done
yeah.
Awesome Fest in it.
Awesome Fest. That was it. Good old Awesome Fest.
Oh, awesome.
all right.
Fest.
But anyway, yeah. So my point is, Rockingham wasn't just something that had come around recently and had just sort of peaked and troughed, although it kind of did in
No,
some ways.
well,
but
it didn't because the ticket sales were literally like you try and get a ticket 10 seconds dead.
yeah,
You
I mean,
ain't getting one.
anything that you can sell. How many tickets would be being sold? Like 60?
70, I think.
70
On
You can-
a normal out of paddock day, I think it was 70.
And what's
Yeah.
the cost of it each?
£100 for an out of
£100.
So £100.
Or £99.
And they
if
were
we're being-
getting sold out in under 2 or
minute,
3
yeah.
seconds, officially. Like the first set. I
Or
think-
everyone just crashed the website.
yeah, and then so if you can sell that much in that amount of time, then it's crazy that it is now going. But that is the case. I think that's mainly to do with the actual ownership of Rocking. I think it's being sold. Am I right in
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
it's being sold?
I think it's to Jaguar and Land Rover.
Oh, there's loads of things. People have been saying, oh, it's an auction
Yeah.
house now. And
Oh,
there's
really?
loads of crap going about. But
The problem is that they earned so much money from the logistics side, just purely parking
Cars,
and wagons there. They don't really, without having the overheads of having a full staff on site and having the condemned staff.
They haven't got a full staff. They've just got that fat guy that's got a buck tooth. He's a knob. He is the worst thing about rocking us. He gets hot. You can see his fucking dick getting excited when he tells you you're in the fucking
Yeah,
what is it?
Sin
You're the
bin.
sin bin, mate. That guy.
mate,
Yeah, he's a fucking
let-
Is
right
that
knob.
Rockingham staff?
Yeah,
Oh, right,
he's a
okay.
dickhead.
He let me out 12 seconds early and went, "Don't do it again." And I was like,
12 seconds.
I won't. My coilover snapped. I'm just going to go home.
He gave me a lot of grief, and I think he literally was like, "Oh, your car looks loud. You're not going to pass sound test." I literally went up and I was like 94 decibels. I was like, "I think I've passed an MOT."
Yeah, but your car looked loud. It wasn't loud. It just looked it.
Just
It
I
loud.
was just talking about the
Loud.
rattling engine. That's what it was.
R.I.P.
Christ.
Ben rattle. Oh, it's 100 decibels
It's
at
bottom
least.
now, innit? Fucking hell.
That's eBay lifters. I'm not to blame for that at all.
Yeah, you can't blame that.
VVT, mate. VVT.
Please
That-
don't.
pull that sprocket, bro. That is the worst thing when you've got an SR20 and you've got a problem like a rattly top end, and somebody goes, "Oh, it's just VVT. Just pull the sprocket," and then you
it
pull the
doesn't
sprocket,
stop.
and the sound remains.
And you're like,
Just plug it back in and say, "Yeah, it's just VVT, mate. Just VVT."
Not
mate.
the sprocket, the fucking solenoid. You pull
Solenoid,
the
yeah.
fucking.
just
plug up
put
the
thicker
solenoid.
oil in it, mate.
Yeah. Oh, God. Do you know what though? That worked on mine.
Yeah, put a bit
That
of
did work.
2080
If you-
gearbox oil in
If
there.
I
or something.
overfilled mine by about half, mine would shut the fuck up.
And we're wondering why it blew up now.
Can I just say,
No, we know why it blew up.
coming from reliable Honda enjoyment,
Right. Yeah.
coming over to Nissan has been exciting. It's like one of those things that you get in and you're like, I know I'm going to have a great day, but I don't know if the car is going to last. Anything could go right. Like literally my dad, because obviously I talk to my dad a lot about the cars. He's like, what's going next then? And I was like, probably the gearbox. Like, he was like, well, you've just spent all this movie. I was like, yeah, we need to prepare money. I need to have a
prepare money.
pot. I need
Yeah,
a pot.
We need a conveyor belt. Yes, we need to set
could
up a
get one of
conveyor
those-
belt.
One of those
to,
trees to
yeah,
grow
yeah,
in the garden with it
bloody
just
tree.
falling up. But no, it's he thinks I'm mental to carry on, but it is what it is, isn't it? It's just one of them things where it's just when it's good, it's like a toxic relationship. When it's good, it's
God,
great.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
When it's good, it's the best.
Yeah,
But then all the rest of the time is.
Your S14 has had some of
We're
this.
talk about toxic relationships. Then.
Yeah, well, I mean that's my point. It's like,
Oh my God.
Podcast.
like fucking hell. Like your car has been in the strangest of places over the past couple of years. Bought for a bargain price, which we won't discuss.
Back before they got mental.
Yeah, well, not
The
before,
week,
but
almost like the week.
it was like the week before because the bit where he realised. Like he'd gone, finalised the sale. This is good, and then he's gone online and then searched and made sure that he hasn't just undercut himself. And he realised he'd undercut himself by about half.
Yeah.
Oh
By
my
about
God.
Yeah. So back in the time when fairly good spec cars were $5,000, which is cheap for a standard car now. This was $2,500.
Yeah,
With a cage, with a HX30, with
running
yeah.
with good wheels.
That is-
in fact, with a spare full set of
Yeah.
wheels. It was
That car behind you.
yes,
That one there.
Car
Whoa.
behind me.
yeah. I mean, it's seen better days. Let's be honest.
I mean,
Do you know the first time I ever saw you, like ever,
Was he upside down?
when we were out at STL3, and I was following you guys around. It's my first time out in the big group, in the fast group, and I was following you around, and then you sent it up the bank.
Oh shit!
My butthole nearly fell out because
Yeah.
you
Bit
ran
I
sad.
in
was
front of
behind
me.
him. I was like,
Yeah,
oh my
I was
God.
behind you because we ended up like that, and I was like, do I look at these guys now? Is this going to be like a bad time? And then you drove it off, and everyone beeped their horns, and everyone was happy, and I was like, this is the best thing in the world.
Yeah, you just get on with it.
With
So-
that, though, I was like, do not bounce back. Do not hit anybody else. Bury it in the back. Destroy your own car. Don't make anyone else cry.
It was amazing. It was
Hit
the
the
most
brakes, hit the brakes when
exploding
you hit the
arrow
hill.
I've ever
I was
seen.
following him, thinking, yeah, he's going to brake in a minute. He's going to brake. He's going to be fine. Zero brake lights. Just carried on going. It's like, all right, bye, mate. See ya. I'm going to
think-
die.
I was super stoked on my crash at Driftland in my 328 earlier
I
this
seen
year.
it. It was good.
And I was like, that's a good one. And I was super proud. And then that geezer in his 350Z sent it up
it.
and lodged it.
Oh, yeah.
He basically got it so high up they couldn't get it down. I was like, well, he's just one up to me.
Lives here, doesn't he?
Does he?
Close to here, I think.
He was a
Does he?
super nice guy.
No, I think he knows Adam and stuff. Is it? It's not Nathan, is it?
Nathan sounds right, I think. I don't know, but I can't
Nathan?
remember. But
We'll
he was
call him
really
Dennis.
Drove
nice.
it home.
Yeah, I
Drove it
know.
home.
Drove it
Nutter.
home.
Wow.
Car was
Insane.
totally fine.
I mean, I
And that
say
was-
that we used to drive our shit home with
Yep.
one drive shaft.
That was high.
I
That
drove
it
mine.
kind of
with-
went like that. It went boosh, it was insane. I was like,
Yeah.
what the? That was sick.
Well, I drove the S15 home with missing piston rings, and it was firing oil out as soon as you pull it onto boost. And I drove that from Scotland.
Oh yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that. That
back
was
on.
In heavy.
that was horrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hence, we all now have trailers and don't drive our shit
Yeah.
nowhere.
Can I just say how good trailer life is, by the way? Is it? Oh, I just adore it.
I wouldn't
Any
know. I
auto
don't.
VW whip, put a trailer on the back.
Yes!
Sit cruise control.
That
asleep.
is it.
Fall asleep.
Virtually fall asleep.
Cruise control,
27
heated
hours.
seats.
27 hours to Poland. Definitely not doing 90 mile an hour most of the way.
Oh my God.
Ah.
Yeah, it is. Oh, someone messaged me on Instagram because I did that question thing so people can message me if they
Yeah,
want.
yeah.
And like, some guy put, "Is your car trailer queen? Or are you driving it up to the show?" And I didn't reply because I get salty.
mate.
You reply now. Reply now.
I get
Tell him.
super
No,
salty, super
Reply
fast.
right now.
No, because
reply
I'll
for
be
you.
salty again. Like I was just gonna reply, like, why would I drive? I have a leather seat with heated butts on it to go. You
The
know?
thing
There's
is-
nothing better. Like, these still are road legal.
They are.
So there is always those days where it's just hilarious to go out in the mega sun, all three of us, just be dickheads.
Like
in
the
No, we
straight
don't. We drive
lines.
to the speed
We
limit
drive up
all
to
the
the 30
time.
mile an hour speed limit very quickly, and then we stop right.
Smash the
after.
arrow off. Pull over. Saul's
attach
wings
it
fell
all.
off.
Do you remember the beginning of this year? We went
so
to
good.
Earlham, I
Yeah.
think, which is
Take
M60
pictures.
round the corner from here.
Yeah.
Off Manchester ends. And that was really cool. It was all three of us just smashing around on the motorway. It wasn't rush hour, but it was relatively
Like
busy.
dusk, early
And the
evening.
like the look people give you. It's like,
oh my
you drive-
god, mate!
when you drive a modified car, you always get like people go, "Hey, fucking dickhead," or "Oh, look at that," or "Fucking," whatever. It's not consistently a good response. Let's say, but when you drive a car that looks like this, it's always like,
Mate, what
like,
is
what
it?
the fuck are you? What the fuck is that? How
Have you
the
ever
fuck
had
does it
anybody
work?
ask if it's a Honda Prelude? Because people always ask me if my car's a Honda Prelude.
Well, that's a Ford Mondeo right
That
there.
is a
Oh,
Mondeo.
Ford
That's
Mondeo.
Peugeot 406.
That's
I
a
tell you
Peugeot
what, they
406.
do look
That's
like
a
a Peugeot
Calibra,
406.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Is it a Vauxhall Calibra.
SE2.
Oh yeah,
SE2.
I see your yellow one, mate. Hey.
I see you shining.
We seen you do tools.
My super size versus super skinny debut,
Hey.
doing a service.
I had
Paid
to
for by
read through
Channel
This
4.
will not work.
Fuck y'all.
I had to read through the comments. I
Nice.
love that. All you have to do is get views on anything online, and you get a fandom.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's
Alex
it's
still
incredible.
has that fandom.
I know. He was telling me about it. It's like,
So,
He
like,
refuses
all
to delete
Lithuanian
his
women that
YouTube channel
message him.
because of it.
No, it's not. It's not that. It's not. It's Channel 4. So like, you can't do anything about it. Like they find you anyway. Like that's like part of changing Low Origin to Alex Law to Low Origin was like maybe try and hide from that because you'd still get like weird tags. Not tags. Yeah, can you tag people?
not on YouTube.
Was it messages? I used to
Messages you
get
can get.
messages. That was it. You get fucking messages from people in Thailand. Like, so, hey, how are you? And I'm like,
Good.
I don't know. I'm good.
I
Bye.
was good.
I was good, and now
Until about
I'm
2
running
seconds
away.
ago.
I'm fine. Thank you. Goodbye.
I don't feel safe here anymore.
No, that was a very strange part of my life, but it's
Anyway,
thankfully in the past now.
what are we talking about?
Honda
Um,
Preludes, man.
Oh,
Honda
Hondas.
Preludes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Driving
VTEC.
on the street, driving these stupid cars on the
By the way,
street.
Honda Preludes.
Yeah.
That rear-wheel drive on it.
Yeah.
next
Holy
level looks
shit, that was
insane.
incredible.
With a Mercedes engine
Is that
and,
Mercedes?
and a Vauxhall,
Vauxhall
subframe.
something.
Amiga.
subframe, yeah.
Amiga subframes
Yeah.
mounted to, like you said, a
Prelude,
Merc
A
engine.
Merc engine that was a compressor engine that's now turboed. Just a hodge.
And
Do
then
you
there
know
was an
mental
S14
shit.
there with an MX-5 engine in it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
FC. What was the engine in the FC?
MX-5 engine.
No. He had a V6 Cosworth.
V6 Cosworth engine.
Oh shit, he did.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
they've literally-
European people. They're just off their
Yeah,
nut.
they've walked around a scrapyard and just gone.
That
work.
one.
Eh.
Yeah.
Really? Does it run?
What have you got a lot of?
I'll have one of them,
Yeah.
and make it 2 of them.
You're in the middle of Poland. You've got like 90 Mazda friendly diesel engines. I'll have 20 of those, please. And I'll stick it in an RX-7 FD. But yeah, the swaps out there were incredible, and they worked. The thing is, like that Prelude just kept going as well. Like,
Oh yeah.
like my shit broke, your shit broke, your shit
My
was
shit
all right.
broke.
Oh, no, you broke a gear.
I broke a
You know, and there's
drive
this fucking Prelude that's like a fucking Frankenstein of a car, and it's just like out every session over and over and over and over again.
It looked hard to drive though. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was so short.
And you got to hang out with Internet Royalty.
Yeah,
We
Shout
did.
out her,
Yeah, they hung out
her
with
and
me.
the
Yeah,
gang.
Hey, yeah, we did. The real Dan Joyce, the actual Dan Joyce.
not the fake
This is
one.
Dan Joyce off of Dirty Sanchez. Who knew?
Who knew?
Who knew?
Who knew? I
What,
like
did they
cubes
think
on my
you were
pizza.
them?
Who knew?
Did they think that you were him?
Everyone does all the time.
Do you know what? I actually thought you were when I first ever come across
There's
you.
a comment on your
that-
video that says,
And-
"Mate, get him to eat a pube
Pube
pizza."
sandwich.
I'm like,
it was at my second ever drift day at Santa Pod. You were there with Jamie, and you
Yeah.
I think her car was yellow at the time, maybe.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
I know they were like, "Oh, it's Dan Joyce." I was like, oh, "Dirty Sanchez, Dan Joyce." I was like,
Yeah,
"That's sick."
There's
let's
Definitely.
get naked.
There
and
is a
watch
beautiful-
weird shit.
yeah. There's a beautiful photo somewhere of this girl at.
Oh my.
Three
God.
sisters.
This is the most confusing thing
my
ever,
God.
right? So just pay attention for a second because it's really fucking weird. So we're all sat around, and there's Dougie, there's Huxley, there's a load of other people, there's me, you, and Dan.
"Yep."
And this girl walks up. Right now, you walk off. You walk off to your car, right? You've gone. And this girl comes over and she goes, "Yeah, all right." I'm like, yeah. So, and she's looking at us all in the face, like trying to work out. And she does this with her sunglasses, like. She focuses on Dougie here, and she goes, "Can I get a picture with you?" And Dougie's like, "Yeah,
Sure.
yeah,
Why not?
that's fine. Yeah, what? I mean, I don't really understand what he does. He just rolls with it. So he gets up, and I think did I take the picture? Whatever. And she asked something really peculiar, like, "What was it like filming for Dirty Sanchez?" Or what was your favourite something or other at Dirty Sanchez? And as soon as that clicked, everyone else just went,
Oh.
"Wait a fucking minute. Wait a fucking minute. hang the fuck up. And then who was it then? Was it Huxley? He goes, so who's your favourite person from Dirty Sanchez? And she went, Dan Joyce. You're like,
Wee. But like,
No.
it wasn't even me. It was Dougie.
yeah, you weren't even
And
fucking
Dougie weren't
there.
even Dan.
You were somewhere else. It was the
Yeah.
most confusing
Just my
thing
car.
ever. It was so fucking weird.
Fucking brilliant.
But
Then,
yeah,
didn't she tag
yeah.
him on Facebook?
Oh yeah, she tagged him. Yeah.
And he's like,
Brilliant
that's
time.
not me.
That's not Dan Joyce. Other Dan Joyce.
Just the most confusing thing ever. But
Wigan.
I mean, it's a sweet thought, I guess.
yeah,
It's not. They think I ate few pizzas.
he's saying you didn't.
Imagine
saying it
how
Do you
didn't.
know
many
what? When someone
people-
left that comment, I was like, the fuck are they talking about? Do you know, because it takes a little while to
Yeah,
process
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
Because to me, you're Dan, you know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
so they're like, get Dan to eat a pubes. I was like, why the fuck would I do that? I've only just become friends with these guys. Yeah, I'll just rock up with a pube sandwich.
Yeah, can you fix my car and just eat these pubes?
Yeah, eat this on my YouTube channel. It'll get loads of views.
Maybe this is normal for him. I mean, maybe he needs some. I'll bring him some food.
I've sussed it.
What?
He came bearing gifts today. He brought us Krispy Kreme donuts.
but one of them's got-
I
I
thought
think
I
one's
thought I
got-
had a beard head.
No, that's the fucking
pubes, man.
That's a
I
fucking.
come
cube.
with my favourite thing that
Thanks, YouTube, with your comments.
But just on that, like, so Dan Joyce off of Dirty Sanchez used to be quite heavily involved in drifting,
Yeah.
and I remember the first.
Yeah, he does.
Probably,
Yeah.
what would it be? 2007, 2008. I started going to JDM. What are they called? JDM All
All
Stars.
stars.
JDM
Yeah.
All Stars events, and he would always be there on a skateboard, busting around with a fuck off big camera, and he'd be dead chatty and talkative, like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? Yeah, you all right?" And nobody, I mean, I didn't know him obviously, but he'd be like happy to chat to people and just interact with people. And then he just
did he used to have
disappeared.
like them crazy Japanese style cars?
He
Oh,
did.
God,
He
yeah.
had,
that was the. I am right in saying that.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
He had an S15. No, S13.5
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, a
Called
13
the
or
Angry
15
Pirate or
front.
something. So he was into it, like, and it was weird.
I turned up right. It was just really weird. So 2015, we went to Japan, and on the way, we had to fly from London because there's fucking nothing here that will fly to Japan.
Thank
so,
God I can fly from London. Something local.
Yeah. Well, why were we in the middle? I think we decided to just for the day because we don't go to London very often. So me and Gabby walking through London, and we're at a fucking crossing, and there's this. What's Bell's car? Is it a three?
A
Six-
626 Mazda.
A 626 Mazda, an old one. What would it be like?
86,
86, 85, 86. Done out in Japanese police colours, but with
I
like
know the exact car
Yeah.
you're talking
Yeah.
about.
with like Bazazuku bits and bobs sticking off it, and I'm like,
That's cool.
oh wait, I'm like, is that? And I don't think it was Dan Joyce, but like
It's Dan
immediately
Buck Joyce, isn't it?
afterwards,
He's old.
somebody said, "Oh, that's Dan Joyce's old car," and I was like, "Oh."
I didn't own it, other than Joyce.
Oh, the Dan Joyce owned it,
Dan
not this
Joyce.
Dan Joyce.
Not Jan
In it a
Joyce,
bit,
Dan
isn't it
Joyce.
like kind of funny though that in some way you guys are probably more famous than him now. So there's a more
I wouldn't
famous
say
Dan
that.
Joyce.
I wouldn't
Can't
say
say
that.
that.
You are like as much as it pains to hear that sort of
Disgusting,
stuff. Like
doesn't it?
you are renowned in a certain industry. You can
I saw a
snarl at it all
shiver
you
from
want,
the
but it's
baby.
true.
over there as well.
Maybe.
You know, it is one of those things. Like you know, people take photos of your cars and tag you, buy you
Yeah.
stickers and merch.
Well,
and, like-
the weird thing
Maybe.
is when I was like, when my dad came in the other day and he was like, "Oh, some of the guys at work were you today," and I was like, "What?" And he was like, "They showed me videos of them drifting around on Forza in your car," and I was like,
oh, I sent you a picture, innit?
Yeah,
I
it's just
built your
mad.
car.
And he was like, "But these guys like have no idea," and they were like talking, like showing each other like these like online like recorded videos from them in chat rooms, and my dad was like just watching over the shoulder, and he was like, "Oh, that's my son's car," and the guy was like, "Nah," and he was like, "That's my son's car," and he was like, "No fucking way."
No
And I
way,
was like-
man. Oh
and I
my
was like,
god.
But I think
Like,
it's
so
super
fucking
rad.
weird.
Like, because when I click on Forza,
Hmm.
like if you buy any Nissan Silvia on there, your cars are one of the recommended liveries. Like instantly, like one of the recommended liveries, which is like
I don't even own a
imagine.
fucking PlayStation.
So we owed money for this, or is this?
I just think, that's the most free advertising you could ever
Yeah.
ask for.
Yeah,
It's
it
cool.
is.
Now they've put the drift feature in.
Yeah.
Everyone wants a Silvia on there, so
Yeah.
you know the first thing you see on there is like the bright yellow to pink low
Well,
origin.
I tried to drift on there, died, turned it
I
off.
Yeah,
suck at
straight
it
away.
so bad.
Yeah, I was like, no,
I can't do more than like a fucking meter without being completely disappointed in myself
Yeah.
and everything I've ever done.
I just love the limiter. Like I think because I know I can't actually blow this one up. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like the whole time. Like I end up
Put a
normally just doing a
manual and never
donut.
change.
But yeah, no, it's cool. We've had a company. What the fuck's it called on Instagram? Who do?
This is how we get sponsors. What the fuck's that?
What the fuck is that fucking company called? Yeah. No, they made so there's FR Legends. Shout out FR Legends.
What a game, by the
who
way.
are- yeah, incredible. Currently in the process of giving people the options of buying people's liveries, which would be cool. However, I've not heard anything from them, and a few people have told me to message them. I've not heard anything back. There's another company, and I can't remember the name of the fucking.
Well,
game.
on that topic anyway, FR Legends has my original livery.
Yeah, it
They're
does.
like the 2014
Yeah, the original one, the
They
purple
used
and black.
that. Where is it?
Black Boy.
Where the fuck is it? Where are those? Where are those fenders?
It's the bumpers there.
Did we fuck them off? Oh, well, they're up
we
there somewhere.
got rid of them.
No, we
threw
didn't. We
them.
couldn't have got rid of them.
No, we kept the fronts. But
Yeah,
not
where the
they
fuck?
are.
So
any-
you're
anyway,
like,
anyway,
as
so
much
that
as you
livery is
wanna-
in there.
Believe it or not, you're like drift influencers. How does that feel?
Trendsetters.
Well, I think with the thing is, we didn't set out to do that. We just set
No.
out
I
to
think
do-
the most pure form of it
to
comes
do.
from that, though. I think you can
Yeah.
see that you guys just enjoy it. Yeah, you know, there's a huge. As soon as anything, my thing I loved in my hobby is just to watch how people grow on the internet, and
Yeah.
not like in a weird way, but how they're doing it. Like,
It's
how,
like people.
like for
watching.
instance, how's LZ managed to get 250,000 views a video,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going from a
Playing-
BMX to a drift car? Do you know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
That's how it. Like in my head, I'm like, how has he done that? That's fucking.
That's
impressive.
easy. It's easy to do. You just put a divorce video up on YouTube, and then that's it.
Well, I didn't.
Clickbait the shit out of it, and
man.
done.
I felt,
course.
mate, and nearly, I felt bad for him, man. He like looks proper upset, like actual.
Well, if he's upset, don't put it on YouTube.
And then he'll
Yeah.
cry himself to sleep in his first 15.
What is Winter's diff with
Yeah,
one
fucking
drive
mental
shaft in
thing,
it?
innit?
Good one. Bluetooth shaft.
Bluetooth shafts.
But
Don't
what
blame
was I saying?
me. it's
Yeah,
brought
you
the
can.
dirt.
Like, there's a lot of people out there that just obviously do cotton on because they see there's money in it,
Yeah.
or there's a way to market something, and you guys are just doing your thing, and everyone gets excited to see the next liveries you're doing and the next paints and all that sort of stuff, and it's cool for me to watch. Like, I'm an outsider. I do drifting as my hobby. I don't ever intend on trying to earn money from it or anything like that. I just do it for fun, and I make the YouTube videos because it's fun, you know. And it's fun for me to see. Like, you guys are all sound as fuck in real life. Oh, does that sound a bit?
Well,
Does that sound a bit fanboy? I mean, you're all alright.
Well, I
Cheers.
mean, you know, we say
You're
that
all right, we're okay.
sound. We are proper cunts.
I mean, you bully
sometimes.
me, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I
I
fixed
feel like
your car. It's okay. It's okay now.
Yeah,
So I fixed
we-
your car.
we're
So
even.
sorry.
But yeah, I think it's like super rad to see, and it's just interesting. And from someone that does obviously originally Honda stuff to come into a different scene,
Genre.
yeah, it's fun to see, and it's just just fun to like you helped me out before I even knew you. Like at STL3 when my car was misfiring, Ali was just like,
You ran
Jan,
past and went,
go
"It's
go
fucked,
fix his
mate.
car.
It's fucked.
Yeah, and he just went, yeah, it's fucked.
Fuck, mate.
It's
No,
fucked, mate.
yeah, but do you know what I mean? Like, I think drifting there is a proper community there somewhere,
is,
and
yeah.
Oh yeah.
when you find it, it's a wonderful little thing to be a part of. I
And
think.
people do help each other out. I mean, it's funny you should say that. Like, I came to drifting from a bit of a weird angle because, like, when I got into it, there was nothing other than sort of competitions or streeto. That's the last time I'll ever say the word streeto.
Streeto.
But it was that or nothing. There weren't really drift days. Like, there was Buxton, but it wasn't. It was just like, so you enjoy a bit of drifting. Well, your only option really at this point is to do competitions, and over the past sort of 10 years, it's now you can do what we're doing at this point, which is like getting invited to events and that are just for fun and drift with other people, teams. I hate the word team. Other
Teammate.
teams.
Team.
And
team.
it's cool that you can now completely just sort of do it for your own fun. I suppose you're doing it for your own fun. I suppose if you're competing, but
Yeah, if you're competing and not doing it just to have a laugh, then you're doing the wrong thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's
You
the
really are.
problem in some cases. Competing is a hell of a lot of fun. As long as you're having fun, you should be competing. But as you say, it's the people who aren't having fun.
Yeah, they're in it for either trophies or live stream fame or anything
Yeah.
like that.
Ooh, some live stream subs would be lovely.
Stream.
And then like, oh look,
Stream.
this commentator mentioned my
like-
name and I'm doing a drift.
When we got invited
Cool.
to that secret thing that I don't know if we're actually allowed to talk about yet.
Are we allowed to talk about that yet?
I don't know, but my car had magically got some massive 621 stickers down the side of it. Did you see?
Yeah,
There was
yeah,
no
yeah.
design put into it. I was like, Kieran, this is Kieran over here. He
Kieran.
works for me. Like, I was like, we need the biggest stickers we can fit on my side skirts, literally today.
And it needs to be Times New Roman.
Like, how long have we got? Now is
Yeah.
how long we've got. Now.
Yeah.
But that was super fun. But it's the exposure for me, like just being out to my business, like you guys out there to the
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
Exactly that. It's cool to get brand recognition in the strangest of places.
Yeah.
And yeah, hopefully that thing that we can't talk about will
Something
Just want to
we
know
can't
where
talk
it's
about.
going. That's all I want to know. I don't care when it comes out. I just want to know where.
On the news calling us cunts.
yeah.
And no, I think we
Look
did
at
a good
these.
job.
Yeah.
It was super cringe having to like make up words on the spot. They were like, "Yeah, so what do you do with them cars?" Like, skid them.
Skid 'em, we
make a lot of noise.
we drift them. Yeah, the thing is that
Waste money.
we've always been kind of nervous of any sort of interaction with mainstream media and drifting, because consistently over the past 10, 11, 12 years, it's always been
Negative.
Really negative.
Yeah. Well, we
Really
there's-
negative.
There's quite a bad area for street racing, pretty local to here, and it was like what, maybe 2013, 14. There was a BBC documentary came down on one of the nights to film.
Was that the guy with that purple Impreza? No, not purple. Orange
Oh,
Impreza.
No, that was a
Vice,
was a
wasn't
YouTube Vice, yeah, but no,
Yeah.
this was a BBC documentary. It was a girl who'd been in a car crash and she was now in a wheelchair and stuff,
Oh.
and she was like doing
That was it,
interviews
yeah,
and
yeah.
things, and we used to go down there and we'd be a part of it, but we would literally purely go to laugh at some of the people.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't
it
like
wasn't, we weren't partaking in it. We were just kind of just pissing about. And
Suck
it
it
was somewhere to
good.
go and
Suck
things.
it.
it.
But yeah, so we
Get
got
that mic in your
we
mouth.
got well, you got interviewed for it, didn't
Yeah,
you?
I did,
And the guy was asking him loads of questions, but the way they were asking the questions, they were leading into essentially just setting us up to look like dickheads. And the way Alex was like talking, he was like, "No, there's literally nowhere for any of us to go. You're shutting down pubs."
What
and
did I
this,
say?
and
That
the
was
other.
it. That was
there's,
it.
There's nowhere. There's nothing for us to do. So I mean, we don't go here to be part of it. We just come here to fuck about and just laugh at people. And the guy was like, "Oh,
Didn't use
but
it.
Can you not be like, we just come here to race?" And Alex was like, "Well, we're not. We're coming here to hang out with our
Have a
friends
laugh,
and take
yeah.
the piss out of people."
Take the piss out of people. That
But
was
that's-
exactly it.
I was very careful when these people approached me because I know
Yeah.
I know how these people can manipulate stuff to suit their narrative.
Yeah.
But I feel like they were all so excited by
Yeah,
what they
yeah,
saw,
yeah.
and all we really did was donut around some cones. Like
Yeah,
that was really like I was like, we had a little love tap.
we did. Yeah. I
And there
mean,
was no
wasn't in
damage.
my car, but you know.
Should have hit him harder, really.
But it sounded loud. But the thing was, the fun thing for me with that was, I don't actually know what. Do you reckon we can tell them?
I don't
But
know.
we
It's gonna take me at least sort of like 2 weeks to get this
Okay.
to fucking
Well,
render.
what I can say is we took some professionals from another profession out that had never been in a drift car before.
Yes, and
and
they were doing a
stunts.
similar. They were doing a similar version. So we do like a style
Stunts.
car dancing
They were showing off.
Yeah.
sort
And
of
you were showing off.
thing, and I'm calling it car dancing for the sake of this, but
God,
they do
Car
their,
dance.
they do their sport, but like not sort of similar.
Conventionally,
Yeah.
they do a unique stunt with
And
their
how good
sport.
was the girl at it though? She absolutely showed up all
Unbelievable.
the other the dudes.
Did
Unbelievable.
you just assume her gender?
Yeah. I thought he was gonna say how good was the girl.
But it
So
was
she
it was
no,
excellent.
Do you know what? That sounds terrible because it sounds like I'm being like, oh,
Yeah.
stereotypical.
No, but she was genuinely unbelievable at
yeah,
what she did. Like
because let's say for this for the sake
Okay,
of it,
so
This-
you were saying these were professionals. I mean, guys, you're setting this up for fucking failure here. Like they were pros.
yeah.
no,
The
they are
thing
like
is-
are
pro at
pros.
what they're like
No,
fully.
no, you're not twigging with where I'm going. It's okay. We'll move on.
Okay,
Pros.
okay, Saul. All right, so
confused.
Saul.
It's fine.
Anyway,
It's fine.
in this particular genre, this sport, males are often better than females, which is why, in fact, yeah, men are.
Well, they are. They're paid more. They're
Yeah.
put on a pedestal.
God, that's
and-
awkward,
They
isn't
don't
it? They
get
are.
as far.
Do you know, like
as the
in
women.
drifting? In
Do they?
drifting, men and women
Women
are
are well
completely
better.
equal. The what?
The women are well better. They get further.
They do actually. Yeah, they do get
Every year,
like
consistently.
internationally. They get further, don't they? Isn't that weird? Why?
And it's
why-
actually better to watch as well 90% of the time.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
That's why I'm not into that particular sport.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you're into. This is stupid. It's football.
It's football.
Freestyle football.
Yeah.
We
It
did
is,
some
it
shit
is.
with some freestyle footballers, and it was sick.
I didn't. I went to work.
And the best thing was
Same.
my boost pipe popped off. Typically, as they were like, "Yeah, go wild." I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, brilliant!" So I've rushed around, and then they've said, "Right, we're done." I was like, "No. I need to do one proper skid today. Like, please." I had that.
Just
I had,
one.
was his name Omar? I think
Yeah.
Mo. I think his name was.
Yeah.
He was a really nice kid in the car, and he
Yeah,
was like, "Oh no, I've got to have a go," and I sent it like just pure sendage. I was like, I don't even care if it blows up because I
Full
know it's going to
dickhead.
you soon
Yeah.
anyway. So I was
Yeah,
like,
cheers, mate, yeah.
like on the limit the whole way round. I was like, why is it not misfiring?
Yeah.
This is annoying.
The thing is, right, that boost pipe, was that the boost pipe that you'd replaced with a proper official?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what was the boost pipe that you had before that worked perfectly fine? Was it one that I'd made, like
Made fit. Yeah.
Frankenstein made out of bits of shit?
There's a reason why it might have popped off though.
It might have been
When
the wrong
I
size.
got the car, every boost hose clip was loose as shit.
Oh.
I don't think he knows righty tighty lefty loosey.
I didn't do them.
Well, we're not going to talk
Oh,
about
well, okay. Keep going.
We're not going to talk about who may or may not have done them.
Use hairspray or Gorilla Glue.
I think I'm just going to weld it all up. It's just going to be
What,
one
the-
well,
continuous.
silicon.
No.
circuit of
What you
pipe.
do, what you do is when your boost pipe comes off, you just put a V8 in it because that's how you do it.
Gang.
Gang.
A BMW V8 though, it's got to be the shit one.
Yeah, and it
Gotta
has
be
to
a
be
shit
like
one.
sub 240 brake horsepower.
It's got to be worse than any SR ever.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it.
Take a 300 horsepower SR out and put a 250 brake V8 in it. Mate, well
Yeah,
there.
that's how you should
well
do it.
there, mate.
Yeah.
Well
If
there.
I blow up my SR, I'm getting another SR.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Well,
makes perfect sense.
There's one there.
There's loads. There's one there. There's
One
in there.
inside it.
One
One
there,
Well,
one
I'll
there.
be if it blows up, I'm giving the car straight to you.
I've got 4 at my house
So-
already. It's
Be like,
We are
There's-
primed.
I saw the boot of your car the other day, and it had 3 SR20 heads in them, and like the time before that I'd seen you, which is probably only 2 weeks previous, you still had those 3 heads rattling around in the back of your car.
Yeah,
what
it's
are
fine.
they doing? What are they doing?
They're getting
Is one of them
skimmed
mine?
by the carpet.
Skinned by the car.
He keeps doing a lap of the block and it takes a eighth of a
Don't
thou
worry
off
about
every
it though.
time.
Only 2 of them heads were yours, so I won't worry too much.
Oh, I need cam caps.
Yeah, it's fine. We've
They're
got,
over there.
Have you got some?
Yeah.
Right, sweet.
I got my Steve the other day.
Right, that's fine. Because
Um,
I only just remembered I did ask him for them, but
Because people take heads off and don't put cam caps on. Bastards.
don't forget to keep shit with other shit.
Yeah, remember your head for an SR20, the cam caps are like
Machine with them.
yeah, they go with them. Don't put other cam caps on. You have a
You're
bad
over
time.
a bad time.
Yeah,
real
real
bad
bad
time.
time.
Cams that do this.
Wangling around cams. But yeah, anyway, what other things have happened recently? BDC got sold.
Yeah. Oh.
Yep.
Oh. Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Again.
when I thought
But what-
not to like
I need to
cut
know
off
what you
somebody,
buy.
but-
What do you buy? What do you buy?
You buy the rights, I think.
I think. Do you buy like the
The
Facebook
name.
page and the right to the name?
I
and
don't
all that sort of
I
shit?
don't think
I just
the
think
face-
it's literally you buy a piece of paper that says you now own.
No, I
this.
think it's a limited company, isn't it? So you can buy and sell the limited.
Yeah.
The Facebook page though is a bit of a strange one because although it does have over 900,000
Guess like one like on something.
likes on it,
it's-
its reach or its
It's been so squashed by the algorithm. I
Yeah,
think
well,
it's just
I can
shit.
speak on that. My 621 page has 50,000, which I think's impressive.
That's
for-
a strong amount.
It's a good number. Should we do a test? Kieran, you've got access to the Facebook. Post a photo now, and we'll come back to 5 minutes and see what likes it gets.
Yeah, how many?
I bet it'll
five
be 3.
Ooh.
Honestly,
Watch now,
50,000.
It'll be like 3,000.
Oh,
It'll
if
be
it
mega.
is, I
It'll be
would just
insane.
run around and be
Natural
like,
reach.
You
"We
just want
broke the. We broke the. I can't think of the word.
Should we just post your photos for you? Because we do way better than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
we get like
Right.
700 likes on a picture of my car blowing up.
Because you
I
know,
gave up on Facebook.
likes are life. That's
Yeah.
They are life. I mean,
Yeah.
they're paying the bills at this moment in time.
they keep the lights on.
Have you still got your wing mirror things?
Oh yeah.
There's a little while ago.
Let's not mention Ganador
I-
visors at all because
Last time we
available
did,
I
at the
can't
store.
shit
afford
went
to
broke.
fucking I can't afford to fucking send any more out.
I
Jesus Christ.
like it when you sell out because then I'm just going to buy more because then I know you have to order more in. And
Yeah. At this moment in time, I think I've got a box with about 50 in, and I'm like,
They're all accounted
we're
for as
selling,
well.
we're probably
They're
selling
all out
like
the door.
probably selling about 4 or 5 a day at the moment.
That's actually super impressive.
Yes,
So, like,
it is. It is. It is. But like when it first happened in when would it be September, and we first started selling regularly. I think I had 3, and we sold about 20 in the first hour of the video going live on Hoonigan. That was nerve wracking because they were all going to the States and they were all immediately sending an email afterwards saying, "I can't wait for this to arrive. Send it immediately." And I'm like,
Cool, we have none of
"I've
these.
got like 3 of these. I've not thought this through at all. I did not realise that they'd leave that in the video." But yeah,
we're
that was cool.
obviously are a parts tuning store, and I bring in stuff occasionally from Japan. And one of the things we deal directly with one of the manufacturers is Osaka JDM for the Kanjo racers.
Oh yeah.
We bring in their spoilers, made by like Rocket Bunny and that sort of stuff. They're all like proper legit stuff.
Yeah.
We had a guy buy one, and we buy them to order normally. We have got a bunch now in stock, but it's only when money allows that I can do that. And I was like, we emailed him. It's like, look, it's going to be like 4 to 8 weeks. It's normally nearer 8 weeks because it's 4 weeks for production and then 4 weeks for shipping. Oh my god, it was like I just stabbed his mum.
Oh shit!
What did you? Did you
He
stab his
went
mum?
absolutely apeshit, and I was like, dude, what do you want me to do? Fly to Japan and hand make one myself? I was like, or take it off my car?
Tell them
What
to
do you
hurry
want?
up.
Like, yeah, I was like, yeah, I just told him to hurry up. You know, like I was like, it is what it is, and he was like, I'm taking you to court. I was like, for what? I'll just give you a refund, man. It was mad. So now we've got like a disclaimer on every product on the website going, stock is potential. You know, call us if you need it urgently, because then we can be honest if we can get it or not.
I think I did. I think we got to about 2 hours in. I didn't even realise what was going on. I just noticed that fucking Big Cartel was popping off, and then I think I was out, and then I came back and I was like, shit.
PayPal's looking healthy.
Yeah, so I went through them. And I was like, these are all the same products. This is odd. We've only ever sold like 5 of these in the past, and now I've sold like 50 today. This is nerve wracking. And then immediately got onto suppliers, and we got as many sold.
All of everything you've got, we need now.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
But anyway, that was cool. But I don't think I could deal with that again. You know, this Low Origin is a job, but it's also
a hobby.
It is a hobby. It's not really a job either. My job is security. But like this is the thing that we do. That's kind of years ago, 2013. Me and 2 other lads didn't set out to do a great deal, but we wanted to do the BDC together, and we set up a team called Skid Row, and we had no fucking money. Skid Row, we had fucking no money, and we decided we were going to have a crack at the BDC, and unbelievably, we won the BDC. We won the constructors for Colin for you.
Smashed it.
And Matt won absolutely fucking everything. Joe won a couple, and I won a couple as well. It was a real team effort, and it was fantastic. And at the end of it, we got a sponsorship deal with Colin for you, and they were happy with everything, and everything was great. And then a few things fell apart. I think that some part of the deal fell apart. Yeah, cars fell apart, but parts of the deal fell apart. And the 2014 season was a bit of a wishy-washy. We had a lot to live up to. You know, once you've sort of won your series that you're interested in, you sort of do you do it again? I mean, you know, what do you really do? And it was tough.
It was fucking boring, truthfully.
It was at that point. It was at that point.
Yeah.
But my point of this is we were kind of a bit depressed about the fact that, like, financially we'd had a load of help initially, and then it wasn't Carlo for you at all. It was their fault. I think we'd moved to Dojo Interactive. That was it. And that guy disappeared and had a nervous breakdown, which is, you know, fair enough.
I can relate.
And we were then sort of stuck. And we said at the time, it'd be great if, you know, you could just sponsor yourself. If whatever you were doing was generating money so that you could then go out and do the thing that you enjoy as a hobby.
Literally how I've lived for the last 8 years from 621 and stuff.
And it sounds like such an obvious thing, but then to just implement it and do it,
it's not just that. It's trying to push your own product. Then, like
yeah, exactly.
Like we push other people's brands, and they're already well set up brands, and that's easy to push.
Exactly.
They're
but, like,
established.
pushing your own new thing was weird. Like, it's hard for us, to be fair. I think
it was weird.
To begin with, anyway.
When was it? 2015 we set up. Officially as Low Origin.
Yeah.
It was, but again, immediately was like, I remember the first week. and we just said, oh, this is what we're doing. The big cartel was already set up, and we exactly that. We came out with, this is literally to fund us doing the thing that we enjoy. If you want to help us, then by all means, these are the merch. It was like stickers and T-shirts and hoodies and stuff like that, and caps. And
I love snapbacks.
we fucking sold everything. We sold everything in like a very, very short amount of time, and then couldn't restock because we hadn't really thought that bit through. And it wasn't.
Then we done the whole Fitment Police thing, and then Jeek stole the Fitment Police thing.
Badly.
Yeah, but we got the original. Oh boy! Look at this Fitman.
But don't worry.
Fucking hell.
We've got a little label in the bottom of his videos, so that's okay.
There's no animosity. there's no animosity on it. Promises.
We don't really give a fuck. We're doing better anyway.
We get more reach than you.
See, that's another one as well. Like watching big companies like BDC and Driftland. I see Driftland do get a relatively good reach, but the BDC page especially seems to be throttled to death. And there is like a really nice core of fans, like proper fans of the BDC who do regularly comment and interact and stuff. But it's, I don't know. You can't judge a business or a success of a company by its Facebook page.
I kind of think the opposite of that. Like going back to comps a little bit, you kind of, you've got, if you think about products that are on some comp cars, say, Winter's Diff, Samsonist gearboxes, and Wires Fab this and that and the other, that is appealing to some degree of people, but it's such a finite amount of people. Whereas everything that we have is essentially bolt-on, available from the places like Driftworks. So the people that look at our cars go, how can I have that?
Yeah.
Well, pretty simple, really. You just go on here and you buy it. That's it.
But
whereas you can't go straight and just buy a Winter's Diff or buy a Samsonist gearbox or buy this, that, and the other. Everything's fabbed and made and created. It's almost unobtainable by people.
I'd say it's not really. It's like the problem you've got is like newcomers into drifting. They'll watch PDC or they'll watch Drift Cup or they'll watch something mainstream and they think, oh wow, they've got this angle kit and they've got this gearbox. I must need this.
I must need that.
I must need this stuff so I can go and do what they're doing and have fun.
Yeah.
But it's not. You don't need any of that. You just need a couple of friends and to go and smash into each other.
I've come into it because I'm probably the newest, didn't I?
Yeah, you would be.
I started start of last year, January 2017 was my first drift day. My first drift crash was in like September 2016. I did a roundabout and ended up bouncing off a curb and.
No, you definitely did it on a track.
Yeah,
no, I mean a track.
Yeah, it was on a hairpin.
My first hairpin was there. Yeah, but for me, I was very nervous coming into it from the Honda stuff because you don't know who knows you. Or, do you know what I mean? Like what opinions people may have formed because I do.
I made a strong opinion straight away because I watched your video when you sold the Honda and bought the 15. I was like, well, he's going to write that off, isn't he?
He told me.
Going to die.
He told me that. But I basically had bought that BMW with some inheritance money that I got. And I was very much on the mindset of this car could be probably restored for a lot of money because it was a genuine M Sport, full everything. It was a full car when I got it. But it had been ragged by previous drifters. And I was like, do you know what? I bought it to do drifting. Let's go crash it, whatever. Yeah. And I kind of went into it with that attitude of it can't be that hard. Do you know what I mean? Like, fuck, it can't be that hard. So I went to Sandapod a few times, did a few skids and thought I was God's gift. I did. I was like, man, this is easy. What's everyone banging on about, But then I went to Teesside. And I had all of my enthusiasm ripped straight out of me. And it knocked me down to just being this. Because that car was pretty well set up. It had hubs and everything, like lock kit and everything. So that car made me look better than I fully was, right? Yeah. So then when I'd got that, and I went to Teesside and I crashed. My first big crash was at Teesside. And then I crashed about 4 more times that day. I had a horrible time. It was wet. And I ended up in that gravel trap about 70 times. And I just couldn't do the big corner. And it was just Martin... What's Driftworks? Martin Richards, the loveliest man ever. Was like, this is what you're doing wrong. I'm not even going to get in your car with you. Just go and do this. And fuck's sake, I'm on an emergency again.
How are you doing this?
I don't know. We're just going to throw him on the floor. So yeah, we went and did that, and he helped me out massively.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was like, I need to take this more seriously. I think, if I'm going to drive, it took me 9 hours to get home from Middlesbrough that day. So I was like, if I'm doing these sort of hours to get to, I need to actually put some real effort in. Yeah. So I went to every drift day I could, like Matsuri. That was my 4th drift day, and I ended up on the pro track on the out. I pooed my pants. I'd never done a 3rd gear skid.
Fast.
And in the, I went to the briefing room, and they were like, "Oh, what's your name?" I was like, Adam Ivell, and they were like, "You're not in here." I was like, what do you mean I'm not in here? And he was like, you're probably in the centre track. I was like, the centre track? What the fuck? It's my 4th ever event. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, what is going on? I walked through the tunnel, went in the briefing, and then Sweeps is in there like, hello everybody, you're probably not going to leave 3rd or 4th gear today, so, it's going to be fast, fun. And I was like, fun? I've never even got into 3rd gear. I was like, I am shitting myself. And I'd bought a cameraman along with me so I could do the YouTube. And I looked at him, and he'd never been drifting before. And he was like, you ready? And I was like, I've never, ever done a 3rd gear skid. And he was like,
What a place to do it as well.
And I had, honestly, that first day on the outer oval, because I was in a car that could go down the dip without being smashed into a trillion pieces. And I had the most fun, literally the most fun ever, like, of just doing that. But then I obviously had that Integra tucked away that you obviously saw me sell.
Yeah.
Beautiful car. It was beautiful, but it was so beautiful I didn't ever want to use it because it was that clean and it had that low mileage. I was like, this thing's going to be worth some serious money in the future. I was like, I'll just keep it tucked away. Got into drifting. I was like, I see them Nissans. I think I need
them,
one.
man.
I see you shining.
I hear them SRs, man. I think I need one. And then I basically managed to sell the Integra and buy... his name Clive Littlechild.
Yeah.
Clive Littlechild. He was really, really nice guy. Like he had his.
He was a nice. Yeah, he was.
Oh, do you not like him?
No, we love
Clive
him.
really messed
Yeah,
up.
we
You
know
No,
won't
but
fucking watch
he was
this. He
super
hates
easy to
drifting.
deal with, and he was super like with the car. He basically didn't even have it for sale. He just messaged my mate who'd posted in the S15 group going, "Anyone got a spec R for sale?" He was like, "I got this spec S. It's pretty specced up if he wants it." Sent him £500 deposit after I got the £500 in. Literally, the £500 went in from the Integra to my bank to him. It went dud.
Nice.
Went up and got it
Never
the next
saw
day.
it.
Yeah, went up and got it the next day, and thankfully he was cool because he was like, my bank wouldn't transfer him the money, so I PayPal'd him it. I PayPal'd him the full amount. It was bizarre, but yeah, took it home that day, and I rang him halfway home because I went round a roundabout and he went clack, 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 clack. And I was like, the fuck was that? I was like, oh my god. So I rang him. I was like, dude, I think this car's fucked. And he was like, nah, it's probably just the diff's warmed up. I was like, what do you mean the diff's warmed up? And he was sound as fuck. I really got on well with him when I picked it up. I thought, oh, this guy's cool. Like,
Clive is a nice guy.
Yeah.
Just for the record, he is a nice guy. He's just sometimes a little grating.
No, not anymore. He just trolls MB now, really.
Yeah, he does.
That's all he does.
I like Clive. I've always got one.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
he's
nice
nice. But
I mean, he let me crash his car once, so I mean, I can't really.
not my one.
I do
hopefully.
miss him. I've not seen him for years.
No, it wasn't that one. No, it was the black S14 he
With a
had
V8 in
with a
it.
V8 in it.
Oh.
I'm not going to say I crashed it on purpose because I didn't, but I
You
definitely
did.
crashed that car on purpose.
Tried to fucking bird
But
it.
I didn't
yeah,
crash
so
it on
then I
purpose.
went. That car was like basically stock power. Like stock power. It had a intercooler and something, stock turbo, everything. S14 engine and that. Went to Rockingham, no lock. Ooh,
Ooh.
eye opening. I was like, I am definitely nowhere near as good as I thought I was at this. And I was just like, well, I've got to start from the basics. And that's why I was like, do you know what? I am not big enough. I'm not, what's the word? Like proud, not. I'm not ashamed to
Confident?
ask for advice.
Right, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I got you in my car last night. I was like, can you come out of me? And you
Show
were like,
me.
yeah, just
Show
show me where
me.
I'm going wrong. Like, I still haven't got lock, which would be lovely one day. But money.
Do you know what? Your car for me drove like I didn't even adjust the seat. I just got in it and
That seat needs lowering, though.
No,
Just really
that seat
lowering.
needs lowering.
No, mate, I'm about 5'0". I need to be up in the air.
I'm like 6'5", crammed into a match.
I was like that test driving it list.
Yeah. Didn't
Nah,
you like put
it's fine.
cramped neck on the invoice? you said?
it was just dead.
It was fine. It was fine. But I mean, I know trying to stay away from the limited to test a car is like the most impossible fucking thing in the world. But it was a nice smooth drive. It did feel good. I think I did get to the point where I got to the lock stops and sort of you remember where they are, and then you try and do the
Yeah.
rest of the track.
I mean, that's how I've been living. That's how I've been living. But I think I drove your car with
You
the
did, yeah.
Destroy or Die
Yeah.
kit on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is naughty. Like this, I could do with this. So I'm probably going to do the arches and get that done over winter. Get some of them over winter. And
By him, he probably means me doing it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, Dan-
maybe I might come up and do it with you because I've been on a welding course. So I'm like,
Do it yourself, then, you lazy bastard.
I'm scared, isn't it? You know, I like knowing what I'm doing, but I like other people doing it for me.
Let Dan cut all the metal and then weld it together yourself.
No. I'll
That's
let
the
Dan
easiest
cut all
way.
the metal and then weld it, and I'll just vlog it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did welding course, decides to
Did
video
Did welding
instead.
course, vlogged
The
everything.
thing is, right, with lock mods, and as Dan said before, is if you get into a situation where you're coming into drifting and you look at what the big high end comps are doing, they're like, oh, they've got Wisefab, they've got this, and then you think that's what I need. You really need to start from Fucking
got
hell.
a
I
crashy
reckon,
BMW.
yeah, you kind of have to do what most people do in that situation. They sort of spin out a couple of times, and then they'll stick some rack spacers on. You know, the little washers that go inside the rack. And then you'll realise that you can go like 20% faster. And it isn't necessarily about being not shitter, but like
It's
coming to the
shoring
right.
yourself up.
It's about them being able to go faster without then running out of lock. And then you'll then get some cut knuckles, and then you can go faster again. And then you'll realise you can take more risks and perhaps be a bit more wild on entry, and then you'll go for something like either the Heatmaker or the Destroy or Die knuckle or the Geomaster, or I don't know. Above that is probably the Geomaster 3, and then there's there's probably Wisefab above that as far as you could probably take it. You can keep going, but it's finding where you're happy with where your driving is. And I don't think really, unless you're sort of 1,000 brake horsepower trying to compete with people who equally 1,000 brake horsepower, and by compete I mean actually doing comps.
Yeah.
Well, like with Jamie's car when we done that was just a S13 stock knuckles, stock everything, and because me being me, I lowered it way too much, and it drove like it did drive like shit, and then but watching her drive it and then swapping it out to Destroy or Die knuckles or anything like that, and then watching her drive again. It's mental to see someone progress that quickly
with just such a simple thing.
Yeah,
but
a simple thing of like adjusting something. It's like, okay, cool. Now you're consistent. Now you can keep going, and now I'll follow you in, and your driving's got a lot better.
Yeah.
I'm always very conscious, like with myself. I know I'm just conscious that when you put a load of shit on the internet, people judge you for it. Like straight up, like it's impossible not. You could get the cure for cancer, and some guy would be like, "We've done it wrong."
Yeah, but you're a cunt though.
Yeah, but you're a fucking arsehole. Oh, your dad bought you that fucking test kit though, didn't he? Do you know what I mean? Like it'd be something like that, and
who paid for it though, mate?
And it's like
your dad bought you that cancer cure, mate.
Yeah, well done, mate. Oh, you're gonna get the Nobel Prize.
Well
Yeah, well you mean nothing anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like so,
dickhead.
Well, with me, I've always been like. I've just kind of been like, look, I need to progress like at my own levels, even if I'm not, banging Monkey London's door by next weekend. It's fine. I don't care.
Don't worry, he enters on the Hydro, so they don't count.
He does, but hang on. Hang on, Monkey Aspinall. Right, it does look sick though.
Yeah, it looks sick until you see the in-car.
Yeah.
Stop doing the in-car, and I'll love you even more.
all outboard car footage.
Yeah, fastings. You go fast.
Driving into the corner and then ash dragging. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm the worst for it, but it doesn't look good, And I won't put a camera inside my car so people can see how terrible I drive.
I'll put one in there next time.
Last time Alex had a camera inside his car, he did about 50,000 gear changes.
Oh yeah,
Three
sisters.
It's what?
I think the only thing I remember from the last in-car video I saw of you is you've got a Drifting is Gay sticker on your dashboard.
It's Drifting is
Yeah, it had to be because
2018.
2018 now you can't have opinions like that.
Oh, you can't do it.
Drifting
No.
is I bought him that sticker in about 2012, and he was like, "I've got nowhere I can put that," and I just undid it and just whacked it
on the dashboard.
Yeah. But that for me, like with the going back, to the lock and stuff. Like I think I've got to the point where I drive, even though my commenters want to tell me I don't. I drive the car to its now limit. I've reached that limit. I'm like, well, naturally, I want to progress. You kind of go, well, what can I do next? We all like modifying our cars, surely. So it's like, well. It's like with my Civic. I'm like, well, what do we do now? Fuck it, let's wire tuck it. What else have we got to do? We need to hide something.
Make it faster.
Yeah.
With doing
You're the emergency thing as well.
Lock mods on anything like when you're saying you got to the limit and that's cool and everything, but when you do lock mods, you'll instantly realise like, okay, now I can go twice as fast and just throw it.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
When you fuck it up, is what I do. Like you go kind of, I've gone well too fast or way too far. You then realise that you've got another 15, 20 degrees of lock.
Yeah, you just keep turning the wheel.
You just keep turning. You're like, oh my god.
I never wanted to be all gear, no idea either. Yeah. So like, I enjoy YouTube.
You've gone the correct way about it.
You've
actually gone like. There's so many people. I done it to be fair. When I first started drifting, I got given a week off work, and I was like, well, what can I do now? Because I had this S14 Sylvia. I was like, I'm bored.
Let's make it fucking lit.
Let's pull this engine out and tub the arches because that's what I need. Never doing a drift date ever. So I done that, and then I was like, well, my coilovers are maxed out. Better put Geomasters on there just to lower it. And then I turned up to a Santa Pod day. I was like, oh, well, this is terrible.
Well,
this is fucking terrible.
I watch a kid in America called Evan Shanks. I don't know if you've ever heard of him.
No.
He's like this super nice. He's like just nice, you know. He's like actually a nice person on the internet. So I was like, I don't know what, I'm behind this. Like, but he's gone into drifting and built like a comp car. Like
Yeah.
he's never done a skid before, and he's built
Happens
like a.
all the fucking time.
He's built
and
like
I
a
just don't know why.
Sora comp car that's like a car that's like it's like a 2JZ, you know, Sora that is a comp car. He
Yeah.
could enter the BDC in it now, and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
wouldn't look out of place. And he gives himself such a hard time because, with all due respect to him, he sucks at the minute. Like he's still very new to it in a car that he can't drive. And I'm like, if he'd have just bought an old E36.
Oh yeah, exactly that.
And just given himself a few, just to see if you like it more than anything, instead of going, right, I'm going to spend 40 grand on a car.
This is a good point. I mean, a lot of people get into cars in that way, and they will literally get into a car that's beyond them, and they'll try and drift it, and maybe they've not got the confidence to be as quick or as aggressive, and because the car demands that you have to be aggressive and quick, they'll just have a really shit time, and they'll just go, oh well, this is if I can't drift in this mad maxed out comp car, then fuck it, I'm not interested.
No, but again, though, that comes back to when like people are new getting into drifting. They see these competition things, and everyone's on 265 set Westlakes and Tri-Ace tires, and then they're on Wisefab fucking Geos, and they're like, yeah, I need this, I need it now. That's what I need to drift.
For life.
And then
Non-sponsored, just love them. I just love Mohawk tires.
Whose tires are we sponsored by this year, next year?
You should be Mohawk.
whoever does them cheapest, really.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah. Whoever.
Phil, we're looking at you right now.
Phil, we're always looking at you.
Please, Phil.
Either a tyre sponsor or your 6.4 Impala. I'm not. I don't mind either way.
All of the above.
Yeah.
I mean, next year you guys are, going pretty fucking wild. I thought I was finally catching up with a forged engine and a bigger turbo and stuff, so I'd be like 400 plus brake.
And then it was like, fuck you, Saule.
And then Alex, Dan was like, oh, I've seen this 2.2 stroked red cam SR. I'm probably gonna buy that, and I'm gonna probably run it like 600 plus hours. It's like, oh,
jeez.
I'm not
Oh,
really.
he's
He's getting better dramatic right now.
he's running it.
It would just be 598.
Yeah. To be fair, when he said he was buying a 2.2, I was like, oh, here we go again. Alex has bought a fucking shiny.
Well, I'm not
Plenum
putting that in
Plenum.
straight away. It's not going in.
Oh,
just
is it
yet.
not?
No,
Alright,
no,
okay,
it's
so I'll
literally
be-
my engine, my turbo, everything's staying in there
For now.
up until I can afford to do it. Really.
Oh, okay.
It
Well,
works
once you've
for the
done my
moment.
arches and stuff, you can.
Yeah. When
Probably just
I'll give Adam his
final
invoice, yeah, then I'll
Yeah.
then I'll build it, and it will all be good.
That last one was just the deposit, right?
Yeah. Literally a deposit.
I thought it looked affordable for a second, but
Jesus Christ.
But
Yeah.
no, so I think next year is going to be pretty fun. I'm actually going to be able to keep up in the straight line and then
Yeah.
faster and harder.
Faster, harder.
I can't wait for STL
Harder, faster.
5, 4,
Well, it depends
5.
where it is. 4. Depends where it is.
Is it still going to be a drift? Well, it's got to be a driftland. We've got nowhere else to go now.
There is that.
I mean,
We've got what's BDC going to do next year? Go T-side, Three Sisters,
T-side.
Driftland, T-side, Three Sisters, done.
Oh,
Well, I
God.
mean, back to kind of comps and shit, and that, yeah, and the availability of tracks. What are they going to
But
do? Are
I'd
they
love
gonna
to.
try and
I would love to see
contact
more
Mallory
car park
Park and
stuff.
be like,
Did,
yeah, exactly.
love
that.
car park stuff. Love it.
The fucking Trafford
Yeah.
Centre. Christ, if I had
Yeah.
like some spare time, I would love to get where JDM All Stars,
Yeah.
for me, kicked off massively.
The biggest problem with that was
Best
the
event.
Trafford got fucked up, didn't it?
Yeah. It
Everyone
did
was
get
driving
fucked
like
up.
dickheads afterwards.
What happened? Sorry, this was all before my time. I was still
so
playing
what would
with
it be,
little.
2008, 9, 2008-ish, 9.
2008, 9.
The Trafford Centre, which is a massive shopping complex in the middle of Trafford,
Manchester.
Manchester.
MCR.
The,
My Chemical
My Chemical
Romance.
Romance.
I thought everybody that had MCR in their name were My Chemical Romance fans.
It
I was
is.
telling them earlier, but
Yeah, we're all into My
Millions
Chemical
of My
Romance.
Chemical Romance
Anyway,
fans.
the Trafford Centre has like an uncomfortable amount of car park space, and I mean like a fuck ton. It just goes on forever and ever and ever, and I don't think they've ever truly been at capacity, even at Christmas. So there's like enough space there to run easily by Hoku Day, Mayhan Day, whatever day. You
I'd
want.
love to do
how
it.
cool would it be if they did actual lakeside? Like, just got actual lakeside and be like, look, you can do it at night. Imagine a night drift event.
Exactly.
That'd be
exactly.
sick.
It's doable.
Where did they do the other one the other year? Oh, was it Sunderland? They done one there?
No,
Yes, they-
the
no,
NEC.
you're
right.
The
thing.
NEC.
It was not.
Oh, it was
yes,
NEC, yeah.
But they did.
BDC.
years
No,
ago.
They done it years ago. They done Sunderland.
Oh,
did do
Sure they did.
Sunderland.
Yes,
Awesome.
sorry, yeah, they did.
But it wasn't
Yeah.
BDC. It wasn't
It
BDC
was,
that did that. It was
Nissan
something
Motor
else.
Show or some shit.
Well,
I
it
don't
was
know.
the
It
Nissan
was good.
factory. It was
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Nissan factory.
that
But
was
you're
it.
right. It was for the Nissan Motor Show, and they ran drifting there, and it was fantastic. More
Car
things
park
like
days
that.
are the best.
It's very easy to just smash the same tracks out over and over again. I remember being sat with Motti about 5-6 years ago and being told oh well, we'll be going to this one here. We're going to Liddon Hill here. We're going like, right, yeah, all right, that sounds good. All right, great. All right, cool. That sounds good. It's just all right. Knock Hill. I miss Knock Hill. Fuck me. The only place where you can truly, completely lose the car at 100 miles an hour, and then pull your car keys out of the ignition and have the steering lock come on
as you're going down a hill,
whilst you're going over over a fucking hill at another car. I mean, I am the reason why that rule was written into the BDC for no barrels. Just so you can't.
But no, you're allowed a barrel. You're not allowed a steering lock anymore.
Steering lock.
Yeah, you're not allowed a steering lock.
That was terrible. But I would love to go back to Knock Hill. I mean, Knock Hill was a fucking ting.
It's backwards, isn't it? Technically, Knock Hill. They normally run up the hill.
Yeah, they do. Oh, I've seen old touring cars go down
but no,
the
I think the actual layout of the track is up the hill though.
Right.
But I think they do run it backwards sometimes.
Well,
it's fucking well better backwards.
But I watched pretty much most battles either live stream or I went and watched the BDC, and the best battles I've seen all year came from Rockingham. Again, an outer paddock car park thing where we're just given a space to start, make a layout.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do it to how you want it.
What's the best layout we can come up
I mean,
with?
fuck it. I mean, I'd love to see a BDC event that did, like I said, Baihaku or Mayhem style on a car park. Fuck me, that'd be incredible. Just like, I know it's a corner essentially, but like.
But that's all we want to see.
If you see, I don't know. Yeah, I really would. Like, I'd like to see like 1,000 brake horsepower dickheads like on a Mayan event. Like I said, I know it's just one corner, but it would be fucking cool.
It's not just
some variety. Some variety would be great. But
the UK don't get the Mayhem layout. I'm adamant they don't, because the amount of times where I keep doing the Rockingham days and the amount of people who try and drift, full on initiate and drift that left corner is upsetting, and you follow him like, you know what, I'm just going to brake now because this is pointless. It's shit. You're going slow.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off.
That did happen a lot. That did happen a lot. It's a shame.
And then you just spin out and do a donut. Nice one, pals.
Yeah, yeah. But
I'm ranting, and I'm getting upset.
No, it's fine. It's fine, because at the end of the day, like, Rockingham is game over now.
Yeah, it's
so
game over.
Somebody somewhere, I hope Sweeps, will be able to set up a Mayhem Day elsewhere. And every time he ran the Mayhem Days, it got better and better and better and better.
Yeah,
and more
it did.
honed to something that would be.
Well, we're doing one. Well, depending on when this is out, next weekend or maybe last weekend we've done one. I don't know.
Is it next weekend?
Well, yeah. Well, it's the 11th, so it's
the
next
11th.
weekend. But whenever this comes out, it might have been last weekend. It might have been last month.
I'll get on it. This
Merry
fucking video.
Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Oh yeah, Merry
Happy
Christmas.
Hanukkah.
This video will take me like a
Happy
fucking
Easter.
week to render. It'll be horrendous. On
No,
that,
no.
we're up to
No,
like
so-
over an hour, and
yeah,
I don't know how much this can record for. So
You're doing.
I think you can just record until it stops, right?
Adam, are you doing the 11th?
Oh, me and Adam are doing stunts.
You're
Doing
11th.
stunts.
Are you doing the 17th in Dan's car?
apparently, I'm driving Dan's car at the 17th
With me.
and I'm not
With
going to
you.
crash into you.
I'm just going to turn
Oh
up.
no, hit the cunt.
I'm
Just,
gonna-
just hit him.
I'm gonna. Oh, the tickets gone. No, the tickets already gone. I was gonna say I might try and get on the reserve list, which won't exist. I'm gonna
On the
try and do
11th?
as
On the
well.
11th.
Just turn up.
Yeah.
No, wait there. We can't.
You can't just turn up.
You can't just turn up.
You
know
thought
what I
you
mean?
can.
No, you can't.
No, I can.
No, you
plus
can't.
one. I can plus one the wristband.
You can't just turn up.
God,
Okay, don't turn up.
just don't
Don't turn up. You'll have to be a spectator if you just turn up.
No,
then you've trailed your car for no reason.
Come and be a spectator and get some photos of me.
Plus one the wristband.
Yeah.
Fucking
Lock up your
plus one,
wristband,
mate.
plus
I've got a
one.
van, mate.
That's the point. Actually, for next weekend, I need to borrow a seat from someone because I sold my seats and then I
There's
have.
a
You
seat
got
there,
rails and
This
shit.
fucking piece of
Mine's-
shit.
You got mounts and shit.
This-
I got a Recaro. I just got no mounts for it.
I got
There's
mounts.
some mounts over
Yeah,
there.
but yours. We'll
I
figure
live
something
near you,
out.
mate.
You live in Essex.
Yeah.
He's
That's
in
not
Essex,
near.
boy.
What-
That is literally. This is how I have to scale drifting in the UK. I'm like, oh, he's only 3 hours away. That's close.
Yeah, that's close.
Like,
Though.
it's a literal, for me, it's literally like, oh, there's a day at Teesside. Do you want to come? When is it? Tomorrow. Yeah, I'll just rearrange my literally next week.
We'll
so
leave
I can
now?
Get there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
book a hotel
Drift-
for
drift
tonight.
Go
It's not
into
even getting there.
Driftland.
That's the problem. It's the drive home from Middlesbrough. There was a diversion that literally took out one junction of the motorway, and
That's
it took me
insane.
84 miles.
It's crazy.
You wait until the drive to fucking Poland, man. That
Oh, mate.
I'm,
That was
I'm
fun.
hard worn.
Jesus Christ.
no,
It's
it's
halfway there.
okay until you get halfway through Germany and then your body just says "fuck off."
It's time to sleep now.
It's
Goodbye.
time to
Luckily,
stop.
I
Your
had
eyes just do this.
I had a Freddie, and I was like, "Freddie, do you want me to drive?" And he's like, "No, I'm good. I'm good." Like 26 hours later, he's like, "Yeah, you do an hour then."
Drive. We're
Like,
already like.
Freddie,
he's
how
far have we got to go?
Yeah,
70
Yeah, well, like
miles.
literally like 50 miles away, mate. Just get there.
Smashed it out.
To be fair, I hit the 22-hour mark without change. I
Was
did
it solid
20.
driving? You did
Freddie was
22 hours
insane,
solid.
mate.
Yeah.
Me and Freddie did the well. We thought we were doing the first leg, and then me and Freddie just kept ringing each other, going. I was like, "How do you feel?" And he was like, "I'm all right," and I was like, "I'm pretty good too." I hit the 22-hour mark and was like,
Same.
"I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good."
No,
I
that
pulled
was me
over,
done.
and my dad
That
was
was me
like,
done.
"My dad was like, get out of the driver's seat." I was like, "I'm totally fine." My dad was like, "Get out." He was
I
like, I'm
hope
sick of you
to-
doing 80 mile an hour and you've been doing it for 22 hours.
That's another thing. Like in Europe, like you should never admit to this, I guess, but like,
we don't give a fuck.
the speed limit is like 85.
Yeah, but not
in
Yeah,
a
it is,
lot,
yeah.
It's still
but not for a
60.
trailer. Yeah, for not
Wait,
for a
it's 60 mile an hour for a
Yeah.
trailer.
But driving through.
Oh.
fucking- yeah.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
I got a trailer tested license as well.
So have we. We all have.
All of us
yeah. But the problem was you would be at the front smashing it.
Yeah, I'm Rob Boy's fucking sick. Just
And-
put cruise control on at 90 and just
And like my
cruise.
van will do like 100 flat out, but with a trailer it will max out at 60, which is convenient, because that's around about what I should be doing.
But on smooth German motorways downhill,
Oh,
we'll go well fast, and I
I was
can't
like,
catch up with
sixth
him.
gear, sixth gear, let's fucking go. But the thing is, 22 hours, I slept on the journey. I stopped 22
While
hours
he
in,
was
I pulled in, and I was like, I'm fucking done.
Yeah, they were faggots, man. We just carried on
I
going.
couldn't deal with it. I
You're
just
allowed to say that in
fucking went in.
2018.
No, we're not.
He was
beep that
gender.
out.
I was
I
gender
actually-
neutral. I was sexuality and gender neutral, is what I was.
He was a sleeping pug.
But anyway, we
Did you
fucking
just
got
assume
there,
that dog's
and
breed?
We
It looks like one. I'm sorry.
anyway, we fucking got there, and everything was sweet, and nobody fucking died.
Best event ever.
I fully
Yeah.
was
Will
jealous.
back.
You should have been there.
I would have.
No. But
This was-
everyone in the UK was like, I'd really like to go, but I just don't know.
I-
So
I-
we
I
went,
just-
had a
we
sick time, and now
committed.
everyone's like, yeah, I'm fucking
committed.
going,
I'm
mate.
going next
No, you
year,
don't
mate.
understand.
Made the
I-
commitment, and you fuckers missed out. And
Yeah.
if they don't do it next year because of legalities, you're all fucking beep.
Just
I
watch out.
Is it
I
real?
fully openly admitted that I was using you guys as my test mule.
Yeah,
But
most people did.
I even admitted to you, I think,
Everyone did.
at the track. But I also had SR problems, and I was like,
Yeah, that's
I
true.
do not know if it wasn't even like the fact that I don't want to go, or it's too long for me, because I'll drive. I have to drive 10.5 hours to get to Driftland.
Yeah,
So
true.
like to an extra double that to get to an insane event like that. I was like, yeah, fuck, I'm up for it. But it was, I don't want to drive 20. For how long was it for you?
27.
So for
27
me, it's probably
hours
been about
total.
23, 22,
Yeah.
because I'm next to Harwich for the
Yeah.
port, so I could just get the boat.
Yeah.
I know it was like, well, if I drive all that way and my car dies, like, or misfires the
yeah,
whole time,
Jesus
I
Christ,
would
I'm
just
sad
be
as fuck.
a mess.
It would
So-
have been. It would have been a track where your car probably would have struggled.
Yeah,
to be
'cause
honest.
it's-
We all
Absolutely.
broke ours in one
Yeah.
way or another.
No, I didn't. Mine was
You
fucking
snapped
sweet.
all your fucking.
No, you snapped all my studs. you
You broke a
into me.
shaft.
I broke a shaft. Oh yeah. That's
You-
No,
do
no,
you know
you
what the worst-
snapped the.
That's a
the worst thing
commodity.
is a commodity. Jesus. The problem with this is, right, Saul, in the group message, right, you were being named is gonna do a drive shaft soon because he's never done the drive shaft that's been rattling. And then we
Yeah.
changed your name to is going to do a drive shaft at next level. And then unbelievably, right when everyone's having a fucking sick time partying, you do a fucking drive shaft.
It was,
yeah.
it was worse.
You did
than
a fucking
that.
dri-
So I did a full day, and I was like, drive shaft still living. It's rattling its dick off. But I was
Loudest
like,
thing in the
fuck
world.
it. Literally the loudest noise I've ever heard in my life. VVT times a million inside your skull. Did a full day, literally 10 hours of driving on the first day, just virtually non-stop. Tires changed, bang, straight back out. All day, went out and got absolutely slaughtered on the Saturday night. And when I mean slaughtered,
Oh, it was
the
a sensible
bill-
one and
the
stayed in.
receipt is from my
Yeah, you
shoulder
did, didn't you? Jesus
past
Christ.
my knee, and all they till up in this bar where we were drinking were the shots. That's it. So no mixers on it. Shoulder past the knee. So it was like
We had to leave the
200
hotel at 8:30 in the morning to get to the track. They rolled in at about 20 to 8. That's how bad it was.
fucking trashed. So I decided to get a couple of hours sleep. I go to the track. The first lap, initiate into the first corner, top of third gear. Snap the drive shaft. I have to lay on my side, like not even hungover, still absolutely hammered.
Oh.
He wasn't drunk on
hammered.
the
It
track.
rained all night as well, I think. Had it
Hammered.
rained?
I'm not gonna lie. I did watch all of the coverage back
Oh,
from it,
mate,
'cause I was like, I was
so good.
legitimately gutted. I think the problem was I just had no trust in that car. I was like, can I just have run a 1.5 bar boost now? That should be-
Oh, that's all right then. And it held it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Martin was very excited, so I was like, oh sweet. So
You're welcome.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
It'd probably be back to you though if it's like making that noise, and I'll get you to put the old
Yeah,
lifters
I'll
back.
make
Yeah,
one,
that's what might happen, yeah.
one noise. It's like, Dan, it's for.
Do you know what? Right?
No, literally, that's the problem. Now. It's literally going to be at drift days, and he's going to be. I can't wait to go and drive. I'm like, damn, my car.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, right?
Here's some money.
Lifters are an absolute shitter. I had, what was the last engine I built? 2014. It had noisy lifters, and I was always like, I'm gonna fix. I'll put new ones in. I'll put new ones in. Put new ones in. Never did. Told myself it was a VVT.
Does it just sound rattly then? I need to
Yeah.
know what it is. Okay, cool. I didn't.
And then I put a new sprocket in, and that sort of solved a little bit, and then it was still a bit rattly, and then it just kept going and kept going and kept going and kept going. I mean, what did it do? Like five.
It's just the depressing thing of us building an engine, it being sick as fuck, and then starting it up and it just rattling its fucking dick off. It's like it's a freshly built engine, and
It shouldn't sound
for the
like that.
replacement of just a couple of lifters, 8 lifters.
Yeah.
it would
Shall we wrap this up anyway? We've been chatting
Yeah,
shit
we've
for
been
so
shit.
long.
I
now.
think people are going to like it.
I don't know what's
I love
gonna
a long
stopped
podcast.
recording yet, whether it's
Yeah.
this or my fucking
Yeah,
camera.
phone. You know. 'cause
But yeah, anyway,
We'll do this again.
peace, love, and
let's
war.
do this again soon.
Thank you for having me. I genuinely
yeah, no
appreciate you
worries.
allowing me to come and hang.
Right.
It's
I
been-
thought
it's
Telford
been
was
lit.
next to Manchester though. I'm meant to
Telford
be
and
at a
Manchester
show.
not the same.
No, I thought they were like neighbours, like like Colchester and Chelmsford. I thought I was only be up the road.
Well, it is up the road.
Yeah, but hour
One-
and 45
one wrong.
minutes
It's
up
the
the road.
It's
the
a long
M6.
road.
The M6.
Yeah.
But I did see a Nando's on the way in, so my eyes lit up.
Oh, cool. So you got some chicken and chips, mate.
No, I'm
So you
gonna
can
get
tell
some.
We're
Dan's
gonna. I
dead
think we're gonna
excited
do that.
about
I think.
Nando's.
Are you?
Not.
Could
You
you
gotta have
could you
some
deal with like a bit of a
halloumi.
Nando's?
Can you not cut me out
I've
of this
got to
conversation?
fix a car first.
Huh?
You proper cutting me out of this conversation. You're like, fuck
Yeah.
Saul.
Saul's
Fuck
like
Saul's
that.
not even fucking here. Fuck you.
Oh, we replaced Saul for a new driver next year.
The
so-
sub 600.
Yeah.
Where it goes
Really?
back.
He stays.
Bastard.
He's
Dirty
our,
bastard.
he's our life partner.
Life.
So yeah,
partner.
at some point
Life
we'll kind
partner.
of spread some shit about what's happening next year.
Spread some shit, some lies.
I want to
Painting
know
our
your
cars
liveries.
black.
Our liveries are gonna be fucking sick.
No,
Cool.
I
It's
don't
gonna
want
be
to talk about
fucking
liveries
sick.
because they're
No,
headaches.
I-
what
what I
we're
think you
doing
should
next
do-
year, we're all painting our cars black, and we're not having any livery.
What I think
No.
you should do is launch it on Forza. Get whoever made these
Oh,
on
that's a good
Forza.
shout,
Send in
that.
pictures.
It's fine. Don't worry. Shit's already in place.
It's
On Forza.
rolling.
Don't worry. Shit's already in
rolling.
place.
You already beat me to
Roll
my
it.
I'll show you
sick
some.
idea.
I'll show you some pictures later.
Is it Forza
Alex is like
pictures?
lording, like, shh,
Yeah.
got this baby.
Go
don't
ahead,
worry,
Yeah,
Yes,
we
it's
got
fine.
it, man. We got
Just
it.
cut Saul out of this
Fuck off.
conversation for a second. But yeah, anyway.
Peace.
Good fucking bye.
Piss off.
Saul's going to remember to speak into the fucking microphone. 'Cause
One
I bet
day.
you didn't
Yeah.
remember it. I didn't even see this thing fucking move half the time when he was talking. Jesus Christ.
Whap.
I'm pretty sure I corrected you and moved away
Yeah, you
from
did.
your
Please
view.
leave a
'Cause
like.
I'm equally
Subscribe.
as bad at this.
Leave a
Please
comment.
subscribe.
Hit that motherfucking bell button.
Hit that
Please
motherfucking
smash
bell
that bell button. Smash Adam's bell button.
Someone needs to.
Specifically smash our bell button.
/AJI61 on YouTube. Thank you.
Yeah.
What's that?
My number plate.
Oh.
All right. This is.
Oh,
You've told everyone now. People can find out where you live and
Well,
steal all your
on the
things.
internet, innit?
So
It's
the
on the
Essex
internet.
police that are on steroids, they're going to welcome a fine.
Oh, we never even talked about your fucking tires and
Do
shit.
you want to? Real quick.
I really want to drink,
5
so
minutes.
can we just...
save
Can,
it.
5
these
minutes.
guys go away now?
5 minutes of me moaning.
Oh, do you know what? No, we'll leave it for another day. We'll leave it
Yeah,
for
you're
another
just
day.
going to have to take the
Oh,
10-hour drive back
boy.
up here.
Yeah.
You've got a story to
Right.
come.
Goodbye.
Peace.
And we'll
Bye.
fucking do this again soon. Love you lots. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Die in a fire.
Jesus Christ.
God.
Right, stay where you are.
Actually, you can do one for me as well.
Do you want to use the good?
Kieran is the worst photographer in the world, by the way. Earlier I said, get a photo of the Civic with me next to it, and he cut it out 4 pictures. I couldn't believe it. I nearly sacked him. Wait. Come here, dog.
Is it actually? Amazing. Told you to do it on my phone.
No, it's fine. It recorded
The whole 4 minutes.
Is that still recording now?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
There it is. Doing a photo, mate, with my microphone.
Got to get that Insta content.
We'll just have this as a fucking thumbnail.
Yeah. What are you doing? I want to be part of the game. Oh my god! I just banged you on the head. I'm sorry, puppy.
Right, frame shit good.
to say something.
Hey, we're still recording for some strange reason.
Do you like my Peppa Pig phone case that I bought in China for £2?
Fucking beautiful.
I smashed them. I dropped the phone, and it's one of those glass iPhones that smashes on the back as well.